Doot 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 doot.
Do.
All right, he did. Okay, we're good. Yes, I thought it was gonna be dead silence there for so fucking long. Okay, we got it. We're good. What's going on, everybody? We are back. No cooldown. We're back again. Episode 11. Another week down. Another week is through. So much is going on and not going on at the same time. It's a weird time. Coming towards the end of Black History Month into the rest of the year. Going fast, but we are here. I am here with one half of No Cooldown, of course, the Bodega Baron himself, Mr. WenEazy. Or, you know what I'm saying?
Hello.
How you doing today, Brody?
I'm exhausted. All these hard games that I got in the span of 1 week are really I didn't realize how like draining they are.
Bro, I'm so bad. You changed your name on Twitter to Easy Mode When, and you're playing all these hard ass fucking games. I'm like,
All
bro,
of a sudden,
you went against the grain so quickly. What the fuck? Wildin', bro, wildin'. But yeah, man, we are here. Again, it's been a pretty slightly light week in news. There was a couple of good stories, a couple of funny ones, honestly, but we're gonna waste no more time and get right into it. We're gonna, you know what I'm saying, warm up a little bit. You already know what we do. Start out, get a, you know what I'm saying, get our legs warm, get the speaking voice up a little bit. Let's talk about it. So honestly, these could have basically been in the trailer trove. They were all kind of like, I guess, movie or show related, and I was like, too damn, what the hell? And the other one, I'm like, oh. But let's get through it. Let's get through it. First one, this week we had a trailer for the Fairly Odd Parents, but it was like a live action trailer, and it had about as much reception as you'd expect with the mix of live action and animation. The trailer saw a new cast of characters and a grown-up Timmy Turner pulling up for the show. Bruh.
They've already done this. That's what's kind of annoying about
And
it.
and I'm just like, that one, the cast didn't end up too popular or hot. Am I right?
I mean, like, I guess they couldn't like get a hold of Drake Bell in Mexico.
Yeah,
So
that boy
they
was
just recasted. I just don't know what. I don't know why. Why? Like, just why? Actually,
Bro.
I guess they thought that because the thing about Fairly Odd Parents, I felt like Fairly Odd Parents was like the runner up to SpongeBob. Like, those are the two Nickelodeon shows that were like
It was up there, bro.
yeah,
Facts.
like very popular. But nobody asked for a live action. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's asking for a live action Fairly Odd Parents? And even that, who's asking for more Fairly Odd Parents? I just feel like they honestly could have just made their money just playing the reruns or whatever and just kept it pushing. But I guess we needed this, maybe.
No, we did not win. Let's be serious here, all right? Listen, this is like a further step towards dissension. When they changed that first theme song, when they did that reboot or whatever a couple years ago, that's when we should have known it was going left. When they changed the theme song to some other shit, I didn't know what it is, bro. I don't care. Throw that shit off the table, smack it out your hand. Whenever they did that, that's when I knew. I was like, oh yeah, they don't give a damn, bro. They don't care. That shit wild, bro. That's wild. But hey, Drake Bell didn't find a way to get back on the show. That's tough. But yeah, I'm a hard pass on this shit. I'm a hard pass. Anywho,
I didn't even watch the trailer. I clicked on it. I started,
bro,
and I was like,
I saw this man's face for like 3 seconds, and I'm like, dang,
no.
that's trash. I like the dude that voices Cosmo though, because I'm about to say he's a dope voice actor. It's like been in a lot of shit, but otherwise, y'all can keep it. Y'all can honestly keep it, and it's on Paramount Plus. Nah, I'm good, bro. I don't know niggas that got Paramount Plus right now, bro. If you got it, you know what I'm saying, I can slide me one. But hey, I don't know, you know what I'm saying. It's not popping like that right now. We'll see when Halo drops, I guess. But I don't know. Anyways, from one you know what I'm saying, random franchise live action campaign to another. We've heard a lot that Jeremy Bruckheimer, who is the producer of the Pirates of the Caribbean series and The Sorcerer's Apprentice, and I just wanted to mention Sorcerer's Apprentice because it was ass, he is in talks to produce a live-action Beyblade film. So, of course, based on, you know, the popularity of the toys in the series, Paramount has potentially been mobilizing over this and are considering sequel potential for the Spinning Top Monsters. Already sequel plans. What are we feeling about this, man? We letting it rip in the theaters? Really?
Yo, they're letting that money rip. They're just like they're just throwing that shit out there because there's just no way. I don't even know about like. I remember the Beyblade anime as a kid growing up, and I remembered having Beyblades, which was cool. But I never had like the battle arena, so Beyblades were kind of just like I literally, me and my brother would spin them on the table, or not even on the table. We'd spin them on the ground. They would hit each other, and then they would never come back together because we didn't have an arena or
Facts. You
whatever.
only get 1-2 hits. That was it.
Yeah, and it was just not whoever spun out first lost. It's a cool it's a cool toy, really fun. Who's that? Like I just feel like a lot of these trailers always are like, who's asking for this? Is he such a big fan of Beyblades that he wanted this to happen? Like, there's so many other franchises that I feel like would benefit from it, not even just from like a money making standpoint, but from like a fandom that would love to have another movie or whatever. And I just feel like it must be like a gift for like their kid or something, because it just doesn't make sense to me that he's just really that Beyblade is really that popular, because it's not as popular as it used to be.
Yo, kid got to be like motherfucking 20 right now. He's got to be like 20, 21. I'm like, bro, is he really still on? You know, and listen, I'm not shaming you, though, but it's like, yo, if he was campaigning that hard in your office for a Beyblade movie, I'm like, I don't know if that's like the most, you know what I'm saying, strongest advocating cause you should be going for, in my opinion. But you know, you can do whatever you want. It's your life, bro. It's your life. But I don't know, man. Again, this is a pass. I don't care, bro. I don't care. I like Byakugan better than this shit. I'm gonna be honest.
I never played or like seen the anime of Byakugan. I've heard a lot of things about it, but like the most I got into the games based on animes was Yu-Gi-Oh!
Of course.
And how expensive Yu-Gi-Oh! Was, I wasn't gonna get into anything else. Like,
Facts.
I couldn't even convince my parents, like, give me the shits, or like, I got Beyblades as gifts. Like, I never bought one myself.
Yeah, nah.
And we built them and they were cool, but that's why we never had an arena, because I didn't buy the shits myself.
Bro, I remember there was some niggas who literally set up the Beyblade arena in school, and they was going crazy. I'm like, dog, the resources. Y'all are living good lives right here. How you just get the whole board and everything, bro? I had to do my shit in a bowl one time once I got it. I found it from my brother, bro. I had to do it in a little bowl and shit. Come on now. That's crazy. That's
maybe
crazy.
Maybe one
man.
day when I have too much money, if I have too much money, I might buy a Beyblade thing and get back into it. But I'm gonna
just have 6 on my hip. Let it rip and drop it right in the middle of the store. Just start confusing people and shit. I'm with it. Anyways, let's talk a little bit about this last one. So it's been officially announced, you know, that the critically acclaimed JRPG series from Yoko Taro, Nier Automata, will get an anime adaptation. So all of the little weirdos can look at 2B in 2D and go crazy on. No, I'm not gonna finish that. But yeah, your thoughts on this? So Nier Automata is Nier. It's Nier.
Yeah,
I'm about to say you wrote that, so I gotta put it in there though. I gotta mention that was a good one though. I had to put it in there.
It's pretty sick. The thing about anime based on it's so weird. The thing about anime based on games is that, again, if you beat the games, you're probably super excited about this. I never beat the game, so like I don't think I'm gonna watch it, because I want to play those games, because those are actually really good games. Same thing with Persona 5, really good game, but I never beat it, so it's like I don't want to watch the show and spoil it for myself, because I want to play the game. Nier is an amazing franchise. I'm really happy that they're giving it this much support, because it's made by Platinum Studios, and as we know, like, Platinum Studio games are like, this is a masterpiece, and then we just kind of put it on the shelf and don't really talk about it again, because once you beat it once, you're kind of just like, all right, this is an amazing thing. I'll tell other people about it, but we don't need it right now. But so I'm happy that this is getting a lot of support and love, because I think it's a really cool franchise.
Yeah, 100% agree with you. Again, I haven't played through I guess all the Niers, or I gone through the series like completely as of yet, but I know from like listening to people and gamers over the years, they know like, yo, this is one of them ones. This is one of them ones that people always rate. They always, you know, talk about highly. People was like reduced to tears and stuff at some of the endings and whatnot. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get into this though. But for a series like this of this quality, I feel like there was a lot of depth in the story from what I've heard and what I've seen in a lot of different synopses on Twitter and whatnot. Like, there is a lot of room to actually operate in here. So in anime, again, in the anime style, not live action, in the anime style, that could come off really good, because judging by how it looks, it's fire. You could really make something happen with it, with an anime in this sense. So I like this. I like this, man. Overall, it's like, yo, we're in like this constant war to like bring IPs to like live action and stuff like that and whatever. So I feel like it's a balancing scale. Like, for every 2 buckets, you know what I'm saying, Lady Justice gets of a terrible idea, you know what I'm saying, or not gonna hit idea for a live action anime. It's gonna be like one good one. So we got like 2 of these, Fairly Odd Parents and Beyblade, but we get a, you know what I'm saying, we get a near. So it's like it's trying to
balance
yeah, it's trying to come back together and shit like that. But it's a lot. But I think this will be a good one though. Shout outs to you know what I'm saying, all the weirdos, you know what I'm saying, getting ready to not touch grass over this series, bro. Like, damn, bro, y'all need to stop. Y'all they horny, bro. They relax. Anyways, bro, I listen. I'll let y'all live. All right, let's get into some of the main news stories from the day. So, the first off, we're gonna start off a little bit on the sporting side of games a little bit, man. So let's talk about EA and FIFA. So this week, EA CEO Andrew Wilson has spoken over the strained relationship between, of course, EA and FIFA over the titular soccer franchise and licensing issues. Now, according to Video Games Chronicle, Wilson claimed that EA are expanding game modes beyond 11v11, and the only true value that EA got from license from non-World Cup years was the 4 letters on the front of the box. Ditching the brand could mean opening up more partnerships and inclusions that may have been impeded, with FIFA imposing blocks on its license. And an exec claimed that the FIFA license was also stopping EA from being as agile as it would like to be in adding new features and content to the series. Now, there's been a bunch of rumors, of course, and we've seen now that EA was filing trademarks for EA Sports FC. So FIFA could be finished as a brand name going forward, and we could see a little bit of shakeup in that area. So what you think about this, man?
I wonder if ditching the FIFA name will make it so that they can like do things like you know how like they had NFL Street and NBA Street?
Yeah.
Like,
FIFA Street. Bring back FIFA Street, like pure on.
Like something like that. Like I wonder like
they kind of did already with the Volta mode. You know what I'm saying? I can speak on this because I'm basically
you let me know. This is this is out of my wheelhouse.
Yeah, no. They kind of brought it back, not like I guess not like full on FIFA Street, you know what I'm saying, the vibe, but they did kind of bring it back in like I guess a modern iteration in terms of Volta like 2 FIFAs ago, I believe. So yeah, that's kind of there, but it's not like the essence. I feel like some of it's there. They have mini games and whatnot, but I feel like they didn't bring on like straight like the spirit of like aesthetic, all that stuff. It's kind of fit it into a FIFA box, which I didn't necessarily mind. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought it was cool when it actually came out, but it's not like, you know, me, I play it consistently. I just stick to foot and pro clubs, but Volta's pretty cool. Volta is cool. I'll give him a pass on that one. But I feel like that was more on the development side rather than FIFA's actual like A-OK.
Yeah. I wonder what exactly they has been impeding them, because if they did drop the FIFA title, and the next game or the next 2 games weren't gas, like
now, that's
it's
also
not
true.
The title. Like
now,
that's the biggest thing, is like it seems like you guys are putting blame on the on FIFA for the performance, I guess, or what the games have been in the past. But I don't know, man. I don't know. And what I was just gonna say is like, was FIFA telling you guys to make pizza to push people to buy packs? Was that something that FIFA was telling you guys to do? Was the scripting thing something that FIFA wanted them to do? I don't know, man. You tell me. You're the expert here.
Now listen, you bring up good points. Now listen, I know that 2 of the main arguments, I guess, for this whole debacle was that one, FIFA was basically like, for EA's development process, they have to run all these decisions up the FIFA flagpole to make sure stuff is cleared and stuff with them. So they think that might have slowed down a lot of the ideas that they had to make the gameplay better or fix up a lot of things and improve the series. They think that was a big one of impeding the series. And 2, on brand deals, because a lot of the terms of FIFA's deal, they're heavily connected to Adidas and they have deals with Adidas, so they couldn't bring in, you know, Nike brands to have, you know, their select shoes and apparel and stuff and do other things, and even other brands beyond just clothing and stuff. So there was a big blocker on, I guess, the potential, you know, I guess an array of brands that could come into the game, as well as probably just the money stream, because you know EA looking for that money, they looking for that bag. So there was like, you know, they got to the point, and looking at the article, he was like, yo, looking at it, like, it's probably not even worth it to keep this whole thing up, because aside from, like, I guess, the brand value of the name that's been established over the years, it's been costing us money potentially, because we could have deals with these people out here, and if it's just our in-house process of development and we're the only people we answer to, it could be a lot of, you know, speedier decision making and a lot more content that's coming through in the ring. So I'm like, when he puts it like that, cool. But also I'm on the other side of, EA does make certain decisions. Like, I remember when I feel like EA, like, mostly on their own, did price ranges. Whatever price ranges was the thing, like FIFA 15, they did that, and then they imposed, I guess, certain certain ways, I guess, put control and a lot of, again, revenue potential back on their side, because people, of course, saying they're doing swaps, they're doing like coin stuff. They were like, the market was basically itself, and then they imposed controls on the market, so they got more money. Again, FIFA tax and all that stuff like that from transactions. I'm like, I want to believe you, because FIFA is a very piece of shit organization. I'm just gonna, you know what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff is real corrupt. I'm sorry, FIFA. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, like, a lot of y'all stuff is real shady, man. But it's just the fact that I don't necessarily trust EA all the way either. So it's like, okay, some things I know you guys like are on top of, and you got it. Like, cool. But on the other hand, it's like, I don't want to say something all the way, because I'm like, yo, sometimes y'all was dropping all these packs, y'all getting all this money. Mostly it's going to y'all. So
yeah,
I will err on this side though. I will say, for in terms of game development, if it makes gameplay better, if it makes systems and processes better for an experience to get rid of the FIFA license, cool. Why not? I don't care about FIFA that much, so we're like, oh, if the name is gone, I will still not play it. I definitely will join in. Like, it's fine. Like, doesn't matter to me. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
if it's not, I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really is what it is, but it just comes down to the experience. Does it actually help the experience or not? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the deal with that at the end of the day? And again, there's a bunch of new like soccer games sprouting back up. There was like eFootball. There was like 2 other ones that came through, and they're on the hunt too. So I mean, like, it could be open season, and if this allows for a lot more, I guess, competition, you know what I'm saying, and just games up in their craft and being better, products, I'm all for it. Get rid of FIFA, man. Get that shit out of here, bro. So it's all about the experience, man. All about the gaming quality, and if this is gonna work to increase it, so be it. Let it happen, man. Cut it.
1000%. I think, and I agree with you. If it's something that's slowing down production and making the game worse, personally, I am somebody who understands that if I walk into the store today and I pick up a copy of FIFA, and then walk in the store a year from now and pick up a copy of EA Football 20, whatever, it's not. I know it's the same shit. So like, it'll only hurt people who, I guess, don't have a phone and keep up with gaming news or whatever. But it's not like, it just doesn't make sense to me, because like, those kind of people who just aren't tapped in, who don't know that, can easily just walk into GameStop and be like, what's the new FIFA? They're like, oh, it's not called FIFA anymore, it's blah blah. They're like, oh, is it the same shit? Yeah, here you go. Like, it's I don't think it's really gonna hurt them at all, really. It sounds like a win-win.
Yeah, and it's like,
actually just a win.
and it's like I feel like, FIFA is a big, I guess, brand value name when it comes to that, but they just need to establish that again, and to keep establishing EA's connection with the game. And then once they just sever FIFA, it's straight. They'll be all right. I don't think it'll be as big of a hit as I think it will be. I'm not gonna say, I'm saying, like, people aren't stupid, because there are some stupid ass people out there that will completely think that FIFA's like not the same game anymore or whatever. But I don't think it's gonna be as big of an impact.
For sure.
Word. On to the next topic right here, man. Oh, now this, wow. Like, we're in the apocalypse, bro. This is it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, potential, you know what I'm saying? Like, the war we might get sent back into World War, you know what I'm saying? Pandemics, and Call of Duty is dead ass, like, they're delaying a game. They're delaying a mainline game. So basically, it was announced that Activision are delaying a COD title for 2023. Treyarch's turn in the rotation. It's the first delay for a premium Call of Duty since 2004. They've been dropping annual Call of Duty since 2005. So it's been about 18, roughly 20-ish years since we even seen a delay or pushback of a Call of Duty. Now we've heard that Microsoft was not involved in this decision with Activision, and the rough plans are for this year's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 remake to get a second year of support, have Warzone 2, and of course, an extra year of support for Treyarch's Call of Duty that's coming up after the delay. So what are we thinking about this, bro? Like, for the first time in forever, like, no Frozen song. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so it's not this year, it's next year that we won't get a Call of Duty.
Yes, it'll be next year's Call of Duty. So we're gonna get Modern Warfare 2 remake this year, but then the next one will be pushed back to like 2024 or 2025.
Yeah, this should have happened years ago. They should have broke this a while ago. I feel like Assassin's Creed should have been the benchmark for everybody. I feel like that should have been like the big lesson that everybody learned, where it was like we cannot physically make one new game every single year that we're making. Sports games could give a fuck because a lot of them are there for the money, so they're just like we'll just release the same. Like it's funny because it's a joke, but it's not funny because it's really true. It's like a lot of
Yeah.
sports games are just the same thing, but just a little bit different. Every year, and they charge you $60. This is like the first time that I'm seeing like Call of Duty do it, and I hope that a lot of people are taking notes because like this one is kind of big for Call of Duty because they've never really shied away from releasing. They've never shied away from releasing a bad game in a year, just being like, whatever, fuck it, it happens. Infinite Warfare or whatever that game was, like
Facts.
games like things like that. They were never. They're like, yo, just push out the fuck, just make the whatever, push it out. We'll catch up next year or whatever. This is huge for them. The fact that Microsoft didn't have anything to do with it is interesting. I don't know if like I don't now this is could be me speculating. Maybe they've decided to do this because they know that like within that year's time they're not going to be their own company anymore, so they can make these decisions. They're just like, hey, any backlash that this gets will fall on Xbox or whatever. Or even then, like they can also just be like, yo, we're gonna go into a transition. We can blame the transition of being acquired or whatever for not having a thing. I think it's awesome because like the game has Call of Duty could just be better with more time. Every game could be better with more time. It's a theme you're gonna see a little bit later in the show. It's like more time generally leads to better shit.
Facts.
And it's getting more support on your game for an extra year. I think it's kind of sick too. Like this actually I feel like will be better for people who are for their sales on Modern Warfare 2 because people are definitely gonna be like, you know how some people will skip.
Oh yeah, they skip it like I'm not feeling that one or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. You telling me Modern Warfare 2 is gonna have an actual full extra year of support, not just like we're gonna drop a few things here until the next game comes out, just one full extra year. Yeah, even me looking at this, like if I wanted to get into Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2 would be the time to get into Call of Duty because you would get a lot of bang for your buck.
Yeah. Listen, I agree with you. This is long overdue. This is very, very, very long overdue. Again, looking at Activision and seeing how again they've progressed as being kind of the main breadwinner of their organization, kind of one of the main breadwinners, honestly, with Activision Blizzard. Of course, they have other stuff, but again, it's one of those big staples. And then
no, you could say that it's definitely the main breadwinner.
Okay, yeah, okay, cool. I just want to verify, but it's like the main breadwinner for Activision Blizzard is Call of Duty, and I'm saying every year they've been trucking along. We gotta have one every year. We have this consistent base. We have to meet. I'm saying this demand right here. We have to meet it to capture as much money as we can to keep us, as fiscally profitable as possible. So that's happening, and then of course Microsoft swoops in. Hey, we own y'all. We own y'all now. Y'all us. So I feel like that decision has also been. I think that might have enabled more of the developers to see like, hey, listen. We don't have this much of a financial strain on our development process now because of, I guess, our obligation. Well, not obligation, but I guess not duty. Well, yeah, I'm gonna say obligation. I'm gonna say obligation. Basically, their obligation to put one out every year and be as as consistent as possible. With their experiences and their content drop. So I think that might have enabled it, honestly, to a certain extent. Now, Activision's considering their their future. Of course, they're not deciding everything as a conjoined unit yet because the details of the merger aren't fully completed. But there's a lot of room for this, and this is a good plan. For one, I think we said this last time when Modern Warfare 2 was announced, like in a previous episode. This is going to be probably probably one of the biggest turning points, if not the biggest turning point for Call of Duty history. I think because of the downturn with previous Call of Duties. With Warzone hitting the status that it is now. With the rumors about Warzone 2, how that could, impact the future of the, of the entire state of Call of Duty. And again, just the delay, like we've never seen this in the modern era of Call of Duty. Past past when it picked up steam in COD 4. We've never seen anything like this. So hopefully this enables, again, the next cycle, which is Treyarch, to build the best game possible. You guys just focus, the Black Ops series is dope. Whatever y'all put out is usually like probably some of the best in Call of Duty's lineup, I think. But when it comes to Modern Warfare and Activision, I feel like this is like, again, the biggest, like no pun intended, but the juggernaut of the actual whole Call of Duty family. It's like, yo, you're probably not the best family member, but you the biggest. Everybody know you. So this is where they have to really step out, you know what I'm saying, and have a full slate of content for 2 years. They have to have a 2-year cycle on top of everything else to support it. And I feel like this is the game to do it. This is the, you know what I'm saying, this is the backlog to do it, considering Modern Warfare 2's history, again, the maps, the rapport with the fans. If they needed a place to delay it, this is the one. And they need to nail, they need to nail Modern Warfare 2. I feel like that's a big tell on the confidence they have in Modern Warfare 2 to be like, yo, okay, I think we can actually, you know, push the other Call of Duty back. We'll work on our content pipeline for these 2 years, and we'll make, you know, we'll put a lot of our eggs in the Modern Warfare 2 basket. That's what it feels like to me.
If I'm not mistaken, isn't Modern Warfare 2 the one that's changing the engine for Warzone, or am
yes,
I
yes,
tripping?
it is. They are using a brand new,
because Warzone is the engine from Modern Warfare 1. So like when the second game is going to change. Yeah, this game, I think this game is going to be pretty massive, and it's going to be pretty impactful. I completely agree, because it's going to change Warzone. Rip to the 100 gigabytes that you're gonna have to re-download.
Facts.
I don't think that they're just gonna have you copy.
Oh my gosh! Please learn how to compile and package your files, bro. Son of a bitch. Please.
Yeah, son. It's gonna be nuts when I that day one Modern Warfare 2, and like I'm seeing like I can already call my timeline being filled with like people posting pictures of how long it's gonna take to download.
Oh yep.
And I
73 hours.
Yeah, I can already tell you like the people who I follow who are gonna complain about the download time, as they should, because it's fucking ridiculous. But yeah, am I gonna tap into Warzone? No, my Warzone arc is nowhere near. I don't think there ever will be a Warzone arc. That ship has failed. But I'm happy. Hopefully this game is good, and hopefully the extra time is well spent on the game.
Yeah, and I feel like, again, with the amount of, I guess, confidence, again, they're saying, hey, the Modern Warfare 2 is coming from February. From this month, they announced it. So it's like, oh, shoot. They're saying, oh, they getting big chested early. They usually don't say nothing until May. So they know the kind of the situation they're in, again, with Vanguard not as hot as, you know, of course, any Call of Duty usually is against the round of form. You know, they know they got to come out with a banger. So I feel like they've put enough, or they have been, you know, saying working to put enough, I guess, oomph on this one to be really, really impactful for everybody. And I hope they do good, man. I hope I'm hooked on Call of Duty again, because I want games to be good. I want games to be fun. I'm not against that shit, of course. And it's just that in a 2-year cycle, if you guys can really, really push the envelope on it to make it, again, they make content consistent and the gameplay loop fun, I think that's where, you know what I'm saying, Call of Duty takes a big, big jump back in the race, honestly, because I don't see other, you know what I'm saying, other series doing it. I don't want to say the name, but no, it's not Halo. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I personally am not a big fan of Call of Duty, but I also don't. We don't ever want games to fail on this podcast.
For sure, man. For sure. So do your business, man. But I thought I'd never see the day, man. See the day. All right, let's push it forward a little bit, man. Oh my goodness. So this, I was like, what? This is pretty funny. So basically, we had a reveal for the Capcom event, you know what I'm saying, the giant ass countdown. We speculated. I'm still a little bit pissed that it wasn't Resident Evil 4 remake.
Did I call it? I gotta go.
Yes, you did.
Check if
I believe you did. I believe you did. I believe you did. Yeah. Well, damn it, it's the biggest thing besides Resident Evil 4, but whatever.
Yeah, it is.
Whatever, man. Anyways, we had the full reveal and confirmation that Street Fighter 6 is alive and on the way, with more details in the summer. But a good bit of the buzz didn't really hang on the announcement or Thick Ryu or, you know, the new character that showed up in the screen or any of that stuff. It was on the logo. So apparently people got the slander in the logo that came up and stated that it bared a lot of similarity to an Adobe stock image. It was looking really bland. And now the creator of that stock image that it got likened to is he's looking to sell exclusive rights for the logo. So there's been a lot of stuff. People saying it's mad bland. They've been making their own remixes of it to make it better. They said it was looking like, you know what I'm saying, email updates, unread messages and stuff. What are you thinking about it, bro? What's going on?
Bro, Street Fighter 6 is gonna be
Street
sick,
Fighter.
Bro, that's literally that when I saw that logo. I literally was like, this looks like literally straight out of Fiverr. It looks insane.
Bro.
It's also just like when you look at all the other Street Fighter logos, they're flashy, they're cool, they have a very unique like style to them, and then they drop this one and it looks like an app. Like it literally looks like an app that I have 6 notifications on.
Dead ass.
It's kind of bad. I really hope that it's just a placeholder. Like I really, really am praying that it's just a placeholder, because Street Fighter kind of always has had a style, and they've always followed that same style. Like it's just a brand. So it's like seeing this when I saw that, I kind of was thinking like, is this gonna be a mobile game? Like, I don't understand why it looks like, but like, tell me that logo doesn't look like an app though. That's what I'm saying is that, like, it looks kind of bad, and I hope that they're not like, I don't know why they would do that. Like,
Yo,
like, I don't know what the style is for him.
That's crazy, bro.
The rest of the teaser was sick. Like, it looked really, really good. It kind of sucks though, because I was watching it and I was talking to my cousin about it, because like we were like, yo, it looks really good, but it's Street Fighter, so you're not really gonna see all that shit all the time because you're playing a fighting game. Like you're not it's a 2D, like you're not gonna be that focused in on the character, but it looks super insane. They're usually, when they announce a new Street Fighter game, they announce a new character, and that's what
that was that new guy.
Was. But I'm excited for a new Street Fighter game. I'm not a big Street Fighter fan, to be honest with you. It's not a fighting game that I really am interested in getting into. It's a fighting game that, like, if somebody bought it for me, I'd play like the arcade mode. I bought Street Fighter 5 on release and I enjoyed it, but I definitely, that lag was fucking killing me. And unless they get better, I think the netcode got better, but when I first bought it, it was horrible. So
yeah, they need that rollback ASAP.
Yeah, like I was just like, this looks like a cool game, but I'll just stick to Tekken. I'd rather just learn Tekken.
Got you.
Ooh,
Yeah,
looks great though.
Yeah, it looked insane, and I heard some rumors that, like, oh yeah, that was actually, like, you know, the in-engine, like, in-game, some of that footage, like, was actually, like, there. It wasn't like pure CGI or whatever, like an extrapolated take. It looked like it was in there, so I was like, damn, it looks good, gorgeous, man. And I think the funniest thing was, one of the funniest thing was, they also somebody said they might have taken the trailer and put it in a different format, like a different, like, I guess, dimensions. So that's why I think that's why he was so wide body and shit like that, bro. And that had me rolling. I'm like, bro, who messed up on that? They getting fired, bro. Kanye's engineers, bro. They getting fired out there. For real. But again, on the logo, for me, at the end of the day, on one side, I really do not care. As long as the gameplay is fire and there's rollback netcode, I would actually give it a shot to play. Because out of all the fighting games, I'm actually on the opposite side. Street Fighter probably is my favorite out of all of them.
If you get Street Fighter, I'll get Street Fighter.
Bro, I bet. Say less. Like, I used to play like Street Fighter. What is it? Street Fighter 4. Mad, like, religiously with my brother. With both of my brothers. Like, whenever my older brother would come over, we'd all play. I suck at fighting games, but I'd still try and play that stuff because I don't know. It's just the spirit of it. I love it. I don't know why I played Sakura. I main Sakura. Just whatever. Leave it alone.
I was the little brother, so I mained Ken. That's why I was a Ken player.
Fair. But yeah, I always loved the Street Fighter series. Honestly, it was just a fun game to play. Really, really cool. Just my nice segue into the fighting game realm, which I suck at, but still made me feel warm and fuzzy inside sometimes. But with this, the logo, one side, I do not care as long as the gameplay is great. I am all for it. Wonderful. On the other side, I'm like, damn, bro, y'all could have had a little bit more effort. Y'all could have really tried a little bit more. Like, that's insane when you think about it. It's like, yo, all this super in-depth graphics, all this stuff. You can see his toes curling and stuff. You see the little wrinkles and stuff right there. His forearms look like he been doing push-ups for 47 years straight. You know what I'm saying? With no breaks. Oh, that's crazy. And whack. Logo. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know the voice that comes on at the beginning of the Street Fighter games? And he's like, Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition. Like, the deep voice and stuff. You show me that logo, and it's like, yo, the SpongeBob thing when he turned mad normal. He was like, yeah, Super Street Fighter. Yeah. How are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, it turned into that. I was like, dang, bro, that tastes bland right there. It tastes real MIDI right there. Y'all need to change that up. But I think it's just placeholder. But, you know what I'm saying, people was kind of taking it too far. They was doing their own remixes and shit. But, you know what I'm saying, I think it'll be better in the summer. Otherwise, give me the gameplay, fix the net code, and I think you guys got a banger on your hands, man. People been waiting on it anyway, so let's go.
No, for sure. Even me, somebody who doesn't, again, I don't play Street Fighter. I don't play Street Fighter, and I will say this: I own Street Fighter on my PC and my PlayStation. That's how much I don't play Street Fighter, because it's a game that it's really hard for me to escape. Because as much as I'm not a Street Fighter fan, when they drop, it gives you that nostalgia. You just want to get back in there, and it's cool. Like, I own those games, but I don't play them. But I still own them, and I might own the 6th one.
Facts, bro. Like, you can't tell me not, bro. It's like when you, like, people, you know what I'm saying, who are fans of the series, even if you weren't fans, you know just certain things, man. Just like, hit the guy was standing that like, come on now.
Dragon Punch, you know the inputs, man.
Come on, like
you can't. It's just Hadouken. You ain't never say Hadouken. Come on.
Facts, bro. I'm about to make that a sound command too. Just that perfect. Perfect.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, we all know Street Fighter.
Facts. So I don't want this logo debacle to be a knock to any credibility that Street Fighter has as a series. You know what I'm saying? I'm just hoping, again, the core of it is the gameplay. It could look like, you know what I'm saying, you got that shit on Facebook. You ask the comments to go do a logo for you. If that gameplay is fire, I'm gonna tap in. What's going on with it? So, you know what I'm saying? No hard feelings on that. But they was roasting y'all. Anyways. All right, let's talk about this one. Now, hold on a minute. This right here made my eyes jump real quick. I said, huh? Excuse me? So there's been some murmurings around the gaming water coolers this week, specifically around Obsidian Entertainment and one of their most beloved series. Now, since Microsoft has control over the direction of the Fallout series, and Bethesda is knee-deep in the Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6 projects, talks are reportedly beginning to open with Obsidian to bring Fallout New Vegas 2 to life in the future. Now, Microsoft aren't planning to keep Fallout quiet for long, in my opinion, but this could be a big step towards that series returning. So, Fallout New Vegas 2, the potential to come back. What are we thinking about it?
That'd be sick. Like that, it would be cool. I like Obsidian has made, what was it? Outer Worlds.
The Outer Worlds. Top tier.
That game was, yeah, that game was really good. I didn't beat it, and I really hate myself for not beating it.
Please beat it.
No, I know. I need to get back into it. I never beat New Vegas, but I think out of all the Fallout games, the one that I actually beat was Fallout 4. Fallout 4 I beat, and that was just because I owned a PS4 and I bought it when it came out. New Vegas was the only other Fallout game that I could actually play and enjoy, because I actually didn't like Fallout 3, because it's kind of like, it was good, but it was so fucking hard, like getting into it. Like I just couldn't like there was shit that I just didn't understand. I had a gun, the crosshairs were in the middle of the screen. I shot the gun, the bullet went that way. Very fucking frustrating. Made no sense to me. Then they're like, you gotta upgrade your blah blah blah. I'm like, what? Like I'm over here like playing CS:GO with the fucking RPG, and they're like, why don't you just use VATS? And I'm like, cause it'll say 80% headshot. Motherfucker misses the whole clip. I got no AP left, and now I'm getting fucking cooked because my bullets keep going in these directions. It's stupid. Anyways, Fallout New Vegas was actually the Fallout game besides 4 that I actually enjoyed. The only reason I didn't beat it was just because I don't know. I just didn't beat it. I would actually play that game on stream. Bro, if they announce a new Fallout New Vegas game, I'll play New Vegas on stream. I'll at least try to get through it, because those games are really, really good. And Obsidian makes good games, and they've shown that they can still make good games. Now, will they make a new game because they got Outer Worlds 2 in the works? I don't know. I don't know when we'll see this New Vegas, this new Vegas.
The new Vegas, man. The new Listen, I will preface with the fact that I believe that this will be a years out type of thing. I feel like this is gonna be like, like a late 2020s type of, when it gets announced, like a 2026 announcement or something like that, to even think about it, conceptualize again, because they have the ancient game, the medieval times game with like the magic and stuff like that. I completely forget what the name of it is called, but they have the Outer Worlds 2, and then they have another game. Oh my gosh, is it Forsworn? No, it's not Forspoken.
Forspoken? No, it's not
Forspoken.
No. Somebody else.
No. It's something else, bro. And I know Avowed. Thank you so much. Avowed. It was literally like the Middle Ages version of like their usual style of games, and they have that coming in 2022. And then they have what's it called? They have the Outer Worlds 2. They have the Outer Worlds 2. So it's like they have a big full plate these next like 4 years maybe. But after that, I feel like it's open season. I think it's open season for this. And let me just state here. Bethesda's, they're working on other stuff. Microsoft's open to it. And I believe in my heart that New Vegas is the best thing that Fallout ever touched. It was the best version of a Fallout story ever. That was the best iteration of a Fallout game ever. You can quote me on that. I don't give a damn what you think. The best Fallout game was made by a non-Bethesda studio. Take that to the grave with yourself, bruh. That's a fact. That's a fact to me. I don't give a damn, bro. That's for real. So if they have any rumblings, any little utterance, just Fallout 2, yeah, New Vegas 2. Yeah, I'm in there. I'm there. I am there. So I really hope they take their time with this. I really hope talks progress very well and we hear a lot more rumblings about this, because that just means we're back You know what I'm saying? We're back on the strip. We're doing our thing, and it's gonna be dope. So New Vegas 2, I'm always open, and you know what I'm saying. Now it's in my ear. Is there in the head. I'm looking for it, man. I'm looking out for it now. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, it comes to fruition in the years to come.
Yeah, I can't co-sign New Vegas because again, haven't played it fully enough. But
That's fine. That's
cool.
fine.
It'd be cool.
I'll co-sign for you. I'll co-sign. That's your heart.
He forged my signature on the co-signing, and I'm fine with that because I think it's a good game. We'll see. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Also, I like to add. I think Obsidian needs more money towards their marketing because it's crazy that they make these really good games, but we literally everybody keeps forgetting about them.
The Outer Worlds literally got like half of a commercial, and then that was it. Yeah. I remember when that marketing thing came out. They got a couple commercials, and then that was it. I was like, bro, this game is ridiculous. This is one of the best games of the year. How did it just slip through the cracks of everything? How? Like, literally,
this game is. I was like, this game is really polished. Like, this game is really amazing.
It just took me a whole 45 seconds to look up their game Avowed. It took me a whole 45 seconds to remember that. Like, yo, bro.
Them making good games that nobody's heard of.
Facts, bro. Hey, yo, Obsidian, I promise you. Y'all need to get on this, bro. Y'all need to come hire us or some marketing employees. Y'all need to be, you know what I'm saying, like, y'all need to be in people's ears consistently because y'all can talk. Y'all can talk that talk, bro. Honestly.
No, for sure.
Got to get on it, man. Got to get on it. So let's talk about this. That's actually a really good you know what I'm saying, point that spawned up last week in our conversation. I believe we talked a little bit about Sifu. Yeah. So the game review rush. So game reviewers are starting to voice their opinions on the amount of time given to review games. So Tamor Hussein from GameSpot actually tweeted out that just so it's out there, don't give anyone shit for not finishing Elden Ring for review. It's immense. It shouldn't have been sent a month. It should have been sent a month ago, rather. I played and wrote until I physically couldn't stay upright every day, and I couldn't make it. Now, the game's had an impressive launch with very positive reviews, of course, but thinking of the grander scale of our reviews, how much time should they be given to write them? You know what I'm saying? Should we be on this consistent, you know, quick cycle of whoever gets to it first wins, or what needs to change in the paradigm, if anything at all, with, you know, with game reviews?
So with me, this is actually a really this topic I actually really enjoyed a lot. Because I've had, if you follow me on TikTok, you know that I posted a TikTok about Dark Souls. And I kind of made fun of the community because they don't like easy mode, and I just made a joke about that. Blew the fuck up. Who would have thought? And in the comment section, there was a lot of people saying like, oh, this is giving very much game journalist vibes, or a POV. You're trying to be a game journalist. You're trying to explain to a game journalist they need to spend more time on the game. And I think that it's really funny that people say these kind of things, because it's kind of just like, you guys are acknowledging that there is a problem here, but you guys aren't acknowledging that you guys are the problem. It's like when somebody who stinks walks into the room and they're like, yo, what died in here? And it's like, motherfucker, you're the reason it smells like this in here. Like, I think we as gamers, I don't know when it blew up, but video game reviews are now what I consider like a staple into a game's marketing plan, period.
Oh, 100%.
Like a review will make or break your game at 100%. The end of the day. So the fact that people are sending out games like Elden Ring and you're giving them a week to beat it is fucking insane. Like, when you think about all that goes into a game review, you gotta, for some games, beat the game, write the review, write the script for the video, record the video, edit the video, and then you got to put that out. And I skipped the step. There's actually 6 steps, because you got to write the review, get the review edited, and then fix the review. So there's a lot that goes into video game reviews. I started doing them myself for my channel, and I don't even do big in-depth reviews. And I literally, me and Panda do reviews on our channel. I told her not to get really in-depth. We don't even give number scores, because of the reason being, we don't have time to beat every single game we want to review. Every time there's a new game on Game Pass, you can ask me any of the reviews that I've done, how much time I've spent on them. Panda has a system. She tries to go to see how long the game is. She'll try to play at least half of that before she makes a review. Me personally, if I get the vibe and I understand what's going on, I can give you the review. I'll tell you right now I can tell you how many hours I spent on XYZ, and I'm very transparent about it. Like, so if you tell me, oh, this game picks up later, I don't mind going back into my review and updating it if it needs to be updated, because the game got way better later. But there's just no fucking time. especially if you're trying to do all that stuff. And on top of that, most games journalists don't just have, here's Elden Ring, this is your whole task for this 1 week. Usually they have other shit to do too. Like Tamur Hussan is actually an editor for GameSpot. So I'm sure while he was playing this shit, he might have had to edit shit or might have to update a guide or things like that. There's just a lot that goes into it that we don't really know about. And to make fun of like journalists for playing a game on easy mode, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. If you gave me 3 days to beat a game and write a review for it, I'm playing it on easy mode. I don't have time to fucking waste on especially something like Dark Souls or a Souls-like game where you're gonna die 17 times, spend like 7-8 hours on one boss. Like you don't have time to waste. So it's like, I think that we need to give them more time, or honestly, just like the marketing and the teams behind these games should account for that. Like if you're gonna release Dark Souls, we got to give them a month to review the game, and that'll give you not only extra time to fix any bugs, but you can also send the game out to the reviewers early. They'll have the reviews ready, set to go, and it will bring more people in, because a lot of people notice when you make a review for something that you don't fully understand. Because that's why a lot of people get made fun of when they're like, oh, like I think it was Devil May Cry 5 or some game like that. Somebody got reamed because like they were talking about how one of the options or the game's combat or something was kind of off, but they were saying like the reason you guys think that in your review is because you played the game on easy mode. And it's true. It's like you guys played it on easy mode, so you think that this shit sucks, but in reality, that's just an easy mode thing. If you put it on normal, that wouldn't be a problem.
Gotcha.
Kind of thing.
Gotcha. I see what you're saying. Yeah. With the I guess the advent, it is the rise of, I guess, not necessarily reliance, but just kind of the permanence of journalism and gaming and how it plays into a marketing campaign and you know, just the strategy going forward. I feel like, of course, with any news cycle, it's turned into, it's not the race to be right, it's the race to be first. So everybody's rushing, you know what I'm saying, at breakneck pace to try and get their reviews out, get their content out, to do whatever they can to be first, to be up, you know what I'm saying, industry-wide exclusive, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. And that's just with any content in general, you know what I'm saying. A lot of people race to be first instead of being, you know, thorough and being, you know, as correct as they possibly can on certain things. And that's what starts to muddy up a lot of, you know, people's experiences in terms of trying to get the review out. It's not going to be as enjoyable. And, you know, even receiving scores or whatever. I feel like that rush and that time crunch that you have to be under on both sides, it just doesn't create the most optimal situation. So increasing the time span where you get to play it, or at least waiting, honestly, I feel like the more likely of the two is just give us a consistent grace period. Like, can we have an industry-wide grace period for reviews? You know what I mean? Like, for some people, you know what I'm saying, for a lot of journalists, I feel like, again, they're under the carousel of, okay, we got to do it this week. We had Sifu, we had Horizon Forbidden West, Elden Ring. We had to go do all three of these joints, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, we get all of them probably like maybe like a week to a week and a half prior. We have to get through all these three as fast as we possibly can to get all the little gameplay tidbits, to get the story beats, to get all these, you know what I'm saying, little things here and there, our personal spin on, you know, the game experience that we got, compile it, think it out, write it down, edit it, you know what I'm saying, get it down perfect, like the process you said, and then post it. You know what I'm saying? That's really, really time consuming, and being put under that crunch isn't healthy for anything, honestly. And that could create errors, that could create, you know what I'm saying, mistakes that people don't want. Yeah, inaccuracies that I don't want in my game review. I want it to be an honest look and, you know, an honest, fair shake. And if that's impeded by time, it shouldn't be a thing. We should have some type of standard grace period where creators of that content, you know what I'm saying, give them a solid 2 weeks after release. Give them 2 weeks after a release window and say, okay, cool, that's nice. Anything that comes out before here, maybe it's half cooked, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But once that 2 week period hits and then the reviews start rolling in, that's when you can say, okay, cool, it's okay, we're getting this score and that score and that score and that score consistently. And then down the line, of course, they do like the little you know, re-up trailers and stuff around like a couple months. They're like, oh yeah, we got this and this score is updated. But it's that rush to be first that always screws everything up. It's just that race to be, you know, the first name mentioned instead of, you know, the most, I guess the concise and most insightful opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like that's really, really been a big problem. And I'm just like, for me, my personal opinion, I don't really listen to too much journalists when it comes to that stuff where it's like, oh, will it make or break my purchase? Nah, if I want to play it, I want to play it. If I don't, I want to don't. That comes down to mine. But of course, the tidbits of information help. But I feel like there has to be something done about, again, just rushing, because that creates a real wave, you know what I'm saying, to just get stuff done as fast as possible. And that creates a lot of, bad habits and bad outcomes for journalists themselves in their actual behaviors and executing their job. And that could also reflect on the process of creating the reviews and stuff going forward. So it's like, it's not good, man. It's not good. Just give everybody some more time, bro. And I feel like this is a translatable thing to content as well. You know what I'm saying? Like
anything.
Yeah, literally anything. Literally anything. It's like the crunch to be first. It just sucks.
Like, even, and the thing is, like, you're way nicer than me, because I honestly would have been like, just delay the game until the review, until you give these people like the time that they need. Because if you would have told us Elden Ring is coming out, you told us it's coming out February 25th, right? It came out yesterday or today or whatever. If you would have told us it came out March 25th, because they're don't say because we're giving reviewers a month to play the game. If you would have just been like, it comes out March 25th, it'll be the same shit. Everybody would have felt the same way. It would have been like, oh, okay, so March 25th is when the game comes out. Cool, that's fine. Like, it wouldn't have changed it, because you wouldn't even have known that they do XYZ. And then honestly, you could even, that could be your campaign. That could be your marketing campaign, because you could also give it to you would have basically a done game. You could give it out to streamers a little bit earlier. You could do a lot of things, but
facts.
It's just, I think with more time, it would improve a lot of things. And I feel like in this industry, we've kind of like, it used to not be so, it was, but I feel like it wasn't as vocal as how how mad people can get. Like, it shouldn't be this way.
Yeah.
So we're all human. We have time. Like, there's time.
So my question, just to clarify, so you think the onus is on the game studio to, again, make the proper mandates in time for, for reviewers to get their stuff in and go on, or I would say the journalists to kind of like just slow down their own process?
I would say it's on the game studios. Then the only reason I say this is because if you told game reviewers not to make game reviews for a game that comes out 2 weeks, like they take their time with the review, and the review of Elden Ring comes out next week, that's a lot of people are still going to be mad at the game reviewers, because they're going to be like, this game sucks. Like IGN will be like, wow, this game sucks. And then they're going to be like, well, I wish you would have told us this when the game released, whatever.
Okay.
And I completely understand from your perspective. If you like the game and you like this shit, yeah, I'm gonna watch this shit myself. I'm gonna just go play the game myself. And I'm with you on a lot of franchises. Games like Elden Ring, I kind of was just like, not really my cup of tea, but I saw the reviews. My boy got it for me. I gave it a shot. I really enjoy the game. But I think that it should just be, like, because if you do it from the studio level, nobody can be mad, because they won't even know that the game was delayed, or the game could have been released in February, but we needed the time to make sure that the reviewers got it, that the campaign and all this shit was going smoothly.
Pete. No, that's a really good point. I just wanted to get some clarification on that, but that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, either way, we just need to elongate that review process for whatever. If it's either on the end of pre-release or post-release, but again, with your point, it's probably pre-release. But either way, it give people more time to get these things done. You know what I'm saying? Like, the race to be first doesn't benefit anybody. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, in the long term, because eventually we all feel the effects of that stuff, whether in the content that we receive or the habits that we build in creating or absorbing that content. So it's like, take your time. Take your time.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Give me one quick second. I'll be right back.
Yep. No worry, that's a subtle break though. It's like, yo, there's so much time that goes into that shit. It's like, there's so much that you have to consider when it comes to like reviewing a game. And it's wild, bro. It's like, yo, you really have to like be on your P's and Q's when it comes to that type of stuff. It's like, I remember that reviews, I mean, shit could, like, if you're in a rush, like, it could be really bad. Like this month, again, you have like 4 or 5 games you have to look at, and then you have a Steam Deck that's coming out the end of next month too. It's like this period of time is just so like insane for the crunch you have to look at, bro. Shout out to the exaggerated swagger of a black teen. I feel that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Miles. The exaggerated swagger. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could get shit like that. I feel like if the dude had more time on that interview, he could have been like, yo, maybe I shouldn't say exaggerated swagger of a black teen. You know what I mean? Maybe I should have fact checked that with the nearest black employee / friend I have in this office. And maybe we probably should have, you know what I'm saying, cleared that. But
I think the reviewer was actually black.
Oh, he was black? Never mind. You're right. He was black. You're right. He was. I think
I remember that.
I think you're right.
He said it so awkwardly that it was just,
I think you're right. Damn. Yeah, I'm about to say. Even then, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you should have checked the line with another black dude and be like, yo, this was smooth, right? Like, this is all right?
It's like,
I don't know about that, Chief. Man, let me get that
the
car
way
off
you
you,
said
bro.
it didn't have any swagger. If there was a little bit more exaggerated swagger.
Facts. And you could have made it work, but you know what I'm saying. You said it the way you said it, and there it is. Hey.
Oh man,
I'm just saying.
That was a funny week because people were really roasting him, and then they're like, "Oh wait,
Hilarious.
he's black."
Like,
Damn.
hey, listen, I'm still roasting the delivery, bro, but he'll be all right. He'll be all right. Shout out to that dude. Shout out to him. All right, on to the next topic. So this week we saw a little uptick in a lot of different rumors and stuff coming out the woodworks, man. So this time we saw Avalanche Studios and their 2015 iteration of Mad Max. So we heard a lot of news about that, and specifically a tweet surfaced over some 3D camera work, and they actually added the Mad Max account in that actual tweet, and it was just on top of the countless rumors that we saw of the game it's been in development apparently before the pandemic even started. So I mean, is it really Mad Max? Is it back? You know, do we even want to see that shit back? Like, what's going on, Win?
I think that Mad Max was actually such a good game. I got it on PlayStation Plus, and it was one of those games that I kind of wish I could go back and beat. I think it got kind of like overshadowed by, funny enough, Shadows of Mordor, because they were both similar. Like,
you're right.
Like, they were both very similar action adventure, like square triangle fighters is kind of what I call them, where it's like press square to punch, triangle to counter type thing.
Yeah.
But the thing about Mad Max that was really, really, really good was just the car combat. It was actually car combat that I enjoyed, because there's not many games that do car combat well. Even games that their whole thing is car combat don't do it as well as Mad Max did. And like having the customization options and the world, it was a pretty solid game. I don't want to say that game was like AAA Batman Arkham City type vibes.
Nah,
but it was better than some games that come out now.
Yeah,
honestly.
it was a nifty little game, good experience. And again, I came out of left field because I was like, "Yo, Mad Max game, that might be like trash movie game. Ugh, I don't know." But then I actually got a chance to play it like a couple years ago, and it was really, really good. Honestly, like again, the driving felt pretty good to me. Like actually seeing your car upgrade over the years, I didn't mind the story. Like again, some of the little gameplay beats and stuff were actually really cool to me. I would love to see this back. Honestly, I feel like this was one of those under the radar type of games that was dope. And honestly, that's things like this. Those kind of, I wouldn't say they're super expansive experiences, like whole like 100+ hour games and whatnot. But that was probably something that's like I think it'd be a good addition to, like, you know, the lineup of stuff coming throughout this year and next. Honestly.
Sorry.
No, you're good, bro.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you as well. It was definitely a good game. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I got you.
My mother's getting bags out the bag.
No, you good.
The vibes.
Yeah, you good, bro. Well, yeah, man. It's like I forgot what exactly. Yeah, that time frame of, like, you know, Shadow of Mordor, and that I feel like people caught it on the backspin, but you know when they started to play and actually get into it, they saw like it was actually had good depth to it. Again, for me, I was like I like the combat, bro. The hand to hand, bro. I didn't know Mad Max had hands like that. So just seeing that.
It was really cool because they had like I remember there was like a water meter. Like it was just really interesting. And I feel like a second game would have done it the justice that like Shadows of Mordor got, where it was like, this is a really good, cool concept, but like it needed to be fleshed out more. And then Shadows of War came out and everybody was like, this game is nuts. And I was like, yeah, this game is awesome. But like Shadows of Mad Max kind of got left on the back burner because it was just like really strong potential. And especially for a movie franchise game that they don't always get the best. They don't always get good games, and that was actually a pretty solid game. And till this day, I will say it's probably one of the. There's some games that came out that are open world driving and all this stuff, and it's not even as good as that game. Like that game was just solid from end to end. It was pretty solid. I would love to see a second game.
Facts. I don't want to name names and rage out, but you know what I'm saying. It's crazy. It's crazy out here, man. It's crazy. But yeah, I think Mad Max would be really good to see around, man. I just want. Again, I want my lineups to be crazy as hell every year out. So if you can bring this in the next year or two, I'd be super grateful. And then yeah, that'd be a good addition, man. A good addition to the slate, man. Ruin my wallet. Just ruin my wallet. That's all I want. Just do it. For real. But anyways, we're on to our last topic of the day, man. I don't even need to, do no crazy intro or nothing. Listen, I got my hands on Sifu. When finally got his hands on Sifu, got his ass whooped. Finally, I was waiting on it. I was being a hater for like a good hour and a half watching him play this shit. I was so ready. I was so ready for it, man. But we can finally talk a little bit more about it in depth. Sifu, Oh man. Actually, I kind of want to start. You know, say we can. You know what? I just want to start with what you think, man. Let's go off. Let's go off the cuff, man. Let's go off the cuff. What's going on?
So Sifu, the only real problem I have with Sifu, dude, is the voice acting very much not there. Uh, the voice acting seems very generic, and that's why, like, I remember when people were saying like it didn't have to be Chinese themed. Very much so, because nobody really has like they're very much American accents. Like it just sounds like regular people just talking. You know, they're not. It's just it. I thought you could change the language that they spoke, and you can't. And that was like a big like red flag to me. I was like, what's the point? Like I wanted like if the because that's the one thing that's always a crutch. If the voice acting sucks, if you change the language, you won't know the voice acting sucks.
Facts. It'll sound hotter
But
immediately.
yeah, you're automatically like, all right, cool. I'm way more immersed now because they're all Chinese people, but we're all speaking American, like we're all speaking English, and we sound like white dudes is what a lot of them sound like. So it's just like, all right,
Facts.
cool, whatever. The fighting, the gameplay loop is nuts. It's very fucking addicting. I don't even really like playing single player games all that. Like I like playing single player games, but I've never been like to the point where if I beat it, usually I'm like, all right, the shit's over. I beat the game. We're good. But when I played this game, I was just like, damn, yo, I wonder if I can beat the botanist without dying. I wonder if I can get past this part without dying, because I know that I could do it because there's things that I've done it before. I've gotten through these people and I've weaved all these hits. So it's like, damn, maybe I do. Maybe I think I can do this no death run, or maybe I can fight blah blah blah. But then you get to fucking Sean, and now you're getting cooked, and you're like, whoa, how do I even do this? The only other gripe besides the voice acting that I had is that they don't a lot of the shit that they teach you, they don't put it somewhere for you to find easily. Because you'll learn shit in the game and you'll like unlock new moves and you'll find those moves, but like how blocking works isn't really explained that well. They have a training area, but you can't really make them do the shit that you want to practice on. Like I want to learn how to practice the like when they power up their fist and it turns orange.
Yeah.
I want them to hit me with those because I want to see if I can parry those, if I can block those,
master
or whatever.
the timing.
Yeah, so it's things like that I wish they had more. There's just certain things that they could have did to make the game, like small details that they could have fixed.
Facts. It was like a game of inches at that point. Like, yo, you did a lot of hard work to get to where that game is, and I commend it. There were some things where it's like, yo, you could have made this like blow out the water, like all around scores, like undeniable, like fire.
Yeah.
But I will have to touch on some of these things as well, man. It's like I agree with you with some of the certain cons. The fact that we have certain a number of inputs, but then we don't have all of them. So it's like the avoid. It's like I forget that sometimes. So I'm getting caught by sweeps all of the freaking time. And it's pissing me off. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to remember this output, and I'm like, I gotta think back. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do like the fucking Jimmy Neutron, like, you know what I'm saying, brain blast to try and figure out the input to dodge lows and do all this other stuff. Like that was like more technical stuff. So just give me a plain up manual of everything in the menus. That'd be just great. Just fix that up right quick.
Yeah,
that would be wonderful. Voice acting, again, I completely agree. I felt like it was pretty bland. It was pretty unseasoned, as it were. I would have loved, you know what I'm saying, a different language option. They are adding that in a future update. I believe it is coming in a couple of weeks. So that's great. That's great. They're adding Chinese, which is dope. Again, I feel like that would have been dope if it had it from the rip. And just in general, I feel like there wasn't, you hit, you know what I'm saying, the I guess the culture of it, and I guess the depth of the story and connections and ties to a certain, like, I guess, kind of minimal level, like surface level. I feel like it wasn't so, you know, entwined and deep in the game, in which I would have loved to see it more. I feel like that's one of my gripes as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really love stuff, you know, if it's from a different culture, I'm probably going to be interested in it, especially when it's from, you know, stuff that I've seen, again, with martial arts and with the origins of it, you know what I'm saying, Chinese culture, again, just Asian culture in general, that, you know, that section of it, I really would have loved to deep dive into how that kind of applies and that goes through and flows to the story. But again, we kind of got surface level stuff, so it is what it was. I guess stronger backstory on the main character and just more dialogue lines from the main character and all of the characters, man. Like, I want to feel even more badass as Sifu, but I'm like, yo, give me some more lines of like revenge and regret. You know what I'm saying? Like, just give me more. I feel like it was just missing that. It was like kind of, you know, it was banging on the doors, but it didn't break it down and open it down. Like, yo, I want to whoop Sean's ass. You know what I'm saying? He's giving me these
Yeah.
couple of lines. I'm still very, very much motivated to what was asked. But if he was talking more shit to me, you know what I'm saying? Like if he had like a little bit more, I guess, explanation and fleshing out to why he is where he is and stuff, and not from just the, you know what I'm saying, the little notes that you pick up and like, okay, you realize his school, you know what I'm saying, he started this style, he kind of applied this here and made his own little, you know, like I guess like cult as it were at the club. But I just wanted more from, I guess, the voice acting, the story development, the lines, you know what I'm saying, the delivery. I feel like this could have been like double as impactful if he's just saying some real crazy stuff as he's beating down these bosses and going crazy. You know what I mean? Like you get the what the fuck as you get punched from an enemy, but it's like, yo, I would have liked a lot more variety and a lot more depth when it came to that side. So
Sifu, it's funny because we talked about Mad Max before this, because Sifu seems like a more successful Mad Max. Like it's a game with a lot of potential, and I think if they make a Sifu 2, it's gonna be fucking amazing.
oh yeah,
But there's just certain things in this game, like the main character. He's cool because I'm playing him. Like
literally.
he literally is just like, they'll be like, you can't go through this door, and he'll be like, I'm going through the door. And it's like, all right, cool.
Facts.
Like
He's
you
like
get dialogue options, but
it's just
they're super bland.
I just again, I just wish they would have had a deeper dive into his character. Like, yo, how did the loss of his father actually have impact him? Like, talk about, you could go into rage, anger. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, maybe make that show out in his combos. Maybe he has like a rage meter or something like that that somehow develops. That could be in Sifu too. I don't know, but like that could be a whole mechanic where it's like, yo, he can't control his rage or something. You know what I'm saying? Or he has these moments where maybe all the lights, you know what I'm saying, all the lights kind of shift around and like a lot of surroundings impact him because of the medallion and his mindset. You know what I'm saying, with being an immortal or whatever, with the I guess medallion on the side. Like there could have been a lot of avenues to again create a deeper, I guess, connection and explanation for a lot of story beats and how certain things are the way they are instead of just again the board and some of the things you pick up in the levels. But it just wasn't there. It just wasn't there. I think it is a really, really good base to build upon, but they were just missing some of the little things that could have made it like, you know, put it up in that class. Like, yo, this was a super, super, like damn near perfect, man. Like, honestly, but I don't want to gripe on that too much because, you know what I'm saying, there's so much to go on, but that camera angle, hated it half the time. Hated camera angle, hated it, hated it, hated it, hated it, hated it. I'm not saying it was bad, but just sometimes it got me messed up, and that's just the emotion from getting my ass whooped in the corner when Sean's sweeping me, and all I can see is the top of my head and go, I'm doing that, and that's all I see. That's just the pain talking. I'm sorry, guys. Slow clap. I apologize. It's just, you know what I'm saying, this is emotion. I'm getting triggered. Sorry.
No, I feel that.
Wasn't the greatest. The camera angle was not the greatest. So maybe, I guess, I don't know how you can really tweak those in third person games, but if there's any way to again properly tweak that, I don't know.
Because even in Dark Souls, I had the same issue as you, where I'm just like, yo, why the boss would get behind me or whatever the fuck, or like I'll be next to a rock and like the camera's just like on my forehead and I'm like, I can't see anything, and then I die and I'm like, cool, I died of something I shouldn't have fucking died because because of the camera. And it's difficult, but I think that there's definitely ways that they could have fixed
maybe a harder lock on mechanic, like an actual harder, like I guess cursor or something like that actually snaps to the person at least, or maybe a reframing or like a button that kind of focuses is in the same plane as the enemy.
Maybe, or just like even maybe making the camera like be able to like see through walls, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
like
just
if
make it
you're in
very,
a
very
room
plain
and you
out.
start the engagement, like, and there's somebody behind a pillar, instead of making them like red, you see through that wall or whatever.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, because I don't know much about game development, but like I know camera angles are tough, but I do agree with you that in a game where like snap decision matters, especially in a game like Sifu, because in Sifu, if you get in a corner, you're fucked. Like you really can't.
Fact, you can't see no combo or nothing. You're done. You're finished, bro.
It's and especially in a game where you have to be consistently moving, it's tough. It's definitely tough. But I agree with you that the camera angles could for sure use some tweaking.
Yeah, I definitely agree on that point. Yeah, so just the voice lines and I guess the cultural aspects needed to be a bit more. The camera angles need to be a bit more. The menu inputs, just put them all down there, please, for crying out loud. Just do it. And besides that, those are probably my main, I guess, just gripes with it. Honestly, like the rest of it was just gameplay, me being frustrated and trying to get better, like not being a little bit and getting good at the game. You know what I'm saying, or whatever, and turning up on it. But
it's definitely a game that like. I was gonna say it's definitely a game that I played, and like I understand exactly what you're talking about now, because like I'll play and then I'll get shit on and I'm like, oh no, wait, I can do this. I'm just gonna go and practice a little bit. So I understand what you were saying, like, yo, motherfuckers was really bitching about the difficulty. I don't think the game is really I don't think it's that difficult, to be honest with you. It's hard as shit, but
Yeah,
that's
it's
also kind of the point of it, you know?
yeah.
And especially if you die a lot, you can eventually unlock, like what I'm doing is I'm unlocking all of the shit that I know I need, like getting up from the ground counters and shit like that, or like
Mm-hmm.
pushback counters.
Exactly.
Um, I'm just gonna unlock them bitches because I know that I'm gonna fucking need them later. So it's not terrible, and also just learning the mechanics. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
it's terrible. Now, in the question of accessibility, there's shit that they could add that would make it more
Of
accessible,
course.
but that's neither here nor there. If we're talking about difficulty in and of itself, I don't think the game is necessarily inaccessible. It's not like I'm playing. That's what's funny because I literally played Dark Souls. I mean, not Dark Souls. I played Elden Ring and I played Sifu. They're both games that are very difficult, but I find Sifu more approachable than Elden Ring because when you fail in
I agree.
Sifu, you
You
come
have an
back
opportunity to
right
come
there.
back. Yeah, you have an opportunity to come back and even stronger with the potential of skills that you add in that temporary life.
And not even just that. Like the reason I'm so like I tweeted out that I might do a no death run on Sifu because I think
Mm.
it's possible
Oh
is
no,
because
yeah.
they set you up so that you really don't need to die. Like you can go like in Dark
Facts.
Souls you need a farm and shit like that, and like you need to build your character up. Like there's some bosses you literally, unless you're fucking god, like you literally
Mm,
can't beat these bosses without leveling up. In
yeah.
Sifu, that's not really the case. If you
Yeah.
know how to dodge and you understand the defensive and the combos, you can
Facts.
clear the whole game.
Yeah, and then also map layout. They have these shortcuts for a reason. So they have it to
Yeah.
have direct lines to bosses, so you can just go straight through without the need for extra engagements or whatever. So it's definitely possible. And I know for a fact,
Yeah.
I'm saying on stream, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna damn well do it. You're gonna see me post randomly on one day on a screenshot, and it's gonna be done. I'm gonna have no death. I'm gonna be 20 years old, young. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Young money, like crazy. But
I would love to do like a no death run, and I would love to do a no upgrade run. Like literally start a
oh,
fresh
just the
account
base.
from beginning, just
Oh,
base going through. Because I think
that's
it's
hard,
and because
and that's
it is
possible.
hard, but it's
It's
so
possible.
possible.
It's very, very possible, man. It's like that's the beauty of it though. It's like there's beauty in the struggle. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
there's actually a lot of like stuff you can apply in there. And it's the fact that your skill set's not gonna be the exact same as mine. You know what I'm saying? For me, like I chose like a couple different things first. I went a couple different areas, and everybody thinks gonna be different. There's a lot of options and paths you can choose in terms of your skill set, how you approach the map. Do you want to go through and get all the shrines, or you just want to go straight through the boss and forget the upgrades? You know what I'm saying? There's a good amount of risk and again options that you can have around when it comes to that type of stuff. And it's just like, yo, it's such a good game. It's such a good game
Yeah.
when it comes to that stuff. Like it's hard to make a gameplay loop very enjoyable and very replayable. Sifu has done a
Yeah.
very, very, very good job at executing and making something that's very replayable for the fans. And I think they knocked it out of the park from that standpoint, bro. Like it's top notch. I feel like it's top notch in terms of replayability and going back into a series and like bettering yourself.
Yeah. Honestly, if they made a mode, like if they really wanted to make like some money, they could make like a DLC where it's like randomly generated like
No, challenge mode.
dungeons.
Challenge mode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, deadass, like a challenge, literally like an Arkham Knight, you know what I'm saying? Arkham City challenge mode. Deadass, just put it in random there, you know what I'm saying? Or like Jedi Fallen Order. Deadass, just put
Yeah.
whatever bosses throughout the campaign, put two of them together. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
gotta deal with Sean and the Gardener. You know what I'm saying? Both of them right there at the
Yeah.
same time. And it's gonna be like just insane. I feel like that could be a part of the free content update that's coming. Oh
Hopefully.
crap.
Hopefully.
I also forgot to mention, yeah, I agree with your point of that being a little bit of a con of not having all available, I guess, inputs for enemies in the training mode. I would love to have, you know what I'm saying, more of that. Or at least when you encounter them in the map in
Yeah.
the wild, to say, oh yeah, this is added to your training codex. You can now
Yeah.
train this move. You know what I'm saying? So as you
Exactly.
progress, that would be a really good thing. So okay, you're seeing this move for the first time, you know what I'm saying? You learn it, you know what I'm saying? Pokédex, pull out, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
oh shit, they said that is a low grab, you know what I'm saying? And you go
Yeah.
back and you have that move registered in the codex now, and then you can start learning it and perfecting it over time.
I was actually playing when I was playing it after I got off stream. I literally that day I literally did not stop playing Sifu. I went
Mm.
and I played that first mission so many times. I think the lowest I was able to beat the botanist was like 25, and
Okay,
it's
okay.
always because of some bullshit. But
Uh-huh.
it is what it is. That's the nature of the beast. But it was just things like I would be fighting the botanist, and I would literally just I wouldn't throw any punches. I was just there to learn how to dodge
Yep.
and learn shit like that. Like that's what I did. And I was like, it sucks that I have to beat this whole level, get to the
Yeah,
end,
just to get to the boss,
and
yeah.
just to fucking practice against somebody that isn't throwing the same
Mhm.
3 punch combo. Or
Yeah.
like I went through that mission just to remember how to dodge and grab. And they were like, yo,
Yep.
hold L1. And then I looked up a video and they're like, yeah, if you want to dodge shit, it's just holding the block button and then moving in the direction of the hit that's coming. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe they should have fucking put that shit in the game. Like, just say that.
Also true. Also very true. I feel like it would have. It's not necessarily you're not messing up your difficulty spike by not including that, bro. You don't got to purposely exclude things. Just give us a plain text to do it. The difficulty is in us actually executing it real time, not actually hiding information. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you could have put that in the menus again. Just put it in the manual, dog. Just put it in the manual. That's all. That's all. You know, so that's all I had to say on that part, though.
And it's not even something that, like, if somebody were to tell me, like, it's not gonna stop me from recommending Sifu. It's just one of those things where it's like, I don't know why you didn't put this in there to begin with. You know, like, why did it? All right, cool. I guess I can look it up. Yeah, I could look up a video and they'll tell me. But I'm just saying, like, for y'all, it would have just been easier if y'all just wrote it down, kind of thing.
Yo,
or told me to write it down or something, because
facts.
I didn't know. I didn't know
apparently,
was
apparently you got to take notes now in games, bro. Apparently you got to take notes in Elden Ring, nigga. Like, yo, who got whole dissertations and taking Cornell style notes talking about, oh yeah, this boss, that we taking it back to the olden days, bro. This is ridiculous.
I'm not taking no fucking notes. I'm just gonna write down. I'm just gonna look up a walkthrough. I'm very walkthrough. We are very. I did that shit in Sifu when I didn't know how to dodge. I looked up a walkthrough. I don't give a fuck.
I indeed clipped that too. I indeed clipped that on the stream too. Hey, listen, no shame in the game, bro. You know that ain't.
I got too much. I don't have enough time on my hands to fucking pull out the notebook and be like, the scribe of blah 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 needs the horse thing or whatever. Like, I'm just gonna look up blah 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 quest and I'm just have that shit on my monitor while I play the game. Because who the fuck has time for that?
I feel that, bro. Listen, time is of the essence. Niggas, I'm about to say, I'm not trying to get there. You know what I'm saying? With a damn sundial on my hand, trying to figure out what shit's going on. Write down notes, nigga. I'm not Sherlock.
I also just feel like that shit. Just why can't you put it in like a little quest thing? Like, why does that, like, it doesn't, you don't even have to give me, like, if you really want to be hard, you don't have to give me, like, I put it on the map, the marker or whatever. Why can't you just give me a journal of like, oh, you talked to blah blah blah, blah 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 said this. Like, it's just, it'd be cool, I guess, but whatever. Fuck us.
Yeah, dead ass, bro.
I guess this is hard.
It's wilding, bro. But yeah, it's like, I don't know, Sifu just such a good game, man. I can see the potential for it going forward as well. I don't want to talk too far in the future, but I'm like, dog, you give us a co-op Sifu where it's like 2 students versus, like, I guess like a whole like school and shit like that. That would be heat. Give me some DLC like that where it's like, yo, just do a co-op run. You know what I'm saying? It takes 2 ass whoopings. Just literally just do that. Like, go straight down the line. That will be fire, bro. Like that. Again, just give us some more story. Give us some more background. Give us some more locations to fight in. I think it's a really great, really great rollout so far. Of course, there were some things that might have held it back, but overall, I'm like, dog, would I recommend this game? You better get into it, bro. I think this is one of the ones, bro. And like, again, for me, I'm a sucker for martial arts stuff. I did martial arts when I was a kid. I loved all the type of stuff that I've seen from it in terms of media. Like, this brought me right back into that zone where it's like, yo, not only am I enjoying the craft, I'm like, yo, challenging myself, because I don't do that. I don't do that stuff too often. Whereas I jump into like games that are like, have difficulty, I guess, difficulty spikes and whatnot. Where it's like, yo, just for the sake of, oh, I know this game's gonna be hard, I gotta play it. I don't do that often. And me jumping into it like I did with this, I'm like, dog, it's got to be a real good game for me. Yeah. And I think it hit a lot of good points to be considered a really, really good game this year.
Yeah, and it was funny. I remember till this day. I remember when Sifu came out. I hate Twitter. I hate when Twitter like recommends gaming tweets at me, because all the tweets that I ever get recommended are fucking horrible takes and they're just ass.
Yeah.
But like one dude was like, "You want me to pay $40 for a 2.5 hour game?" And I was like, "Yo, I spent 5 hours and I didn't even get past." That was just on the first level. Like, I was spending 5 hours just chilling. You guys are high if you think this game isn't worth $40. You're smoking.
I spent 2 hours alone. Not even 2. I spent 3 hours alone on that last level, just trying to complete it, just trying to get by, not even perfecting it, just making the first attempt to actually complete. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's how crazy the game was. And you know what I did? I stayed through the halftime of the Super Bowl until I beat that damn game. I beat it, and I got the worst migraine I've had in months. I sat down, you know what I'm saying, laid down in my bed still, like I got shot somewhere in the chest. I just laid out there, defeated, but also victorious at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, it's different, bro. It's different. It's a thrill to kill, man. I absolutely highly recommend it to those that haven't tried it, man. You gonna love it. You're gonna feel like a master, bro. You're gonna feel compelled to really learn, you know what I'm saying, and master the game. You gotta do it.
For sure.
Dang, man. But yeah, aside from that, that's everything I got on the notes of today, man. It was finally one on the shorter side, bro. I'm not gonna lie, but anything that we have possibly been missing from this week's news?
Not that I can really think of, outside of accessibility in gaming, but we already talked about that last season. Yeah, like nothing crazy. Elden Ring is shaping up to be one of the best, to being game of the year contender for sure. As somebody who's played it, it definitely plays really well. It runs kind of doo doo on my computer, but I don't know if that's just like because it released yesterday, so it could just be
yeah,
because
they might have
it
to extra
just
patch
released.
that. Yeah, they might need another patch for that.
Because it's crashed on me twice now, 3 times actually, but plays phenomenal, looks beautiful, music is good, solid game, really. Like, and other than that, I think we've made it through the February game rush. Honestly,
I think so. Yeah, I think that's the bulk of it. Honestly, yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
I don't know what the only thing that comes out next is Kirby in March, but that's in March 25th. Like our wallets are safe for 25 for another month, basically.
Yep, a little bit, man. I know for me, I gotta backtrack a little bit. I'm gonna go pay for Horizon on my own. I'm not doing any.
Oh, you're getting Horizon, okay?
Yeah, I didn't get Horizon yet. I'm getting Horizon, but I just didn't want to get it at release. I'm gonna play that at my own pace, on my own time. That's one of the games I gotta start switching it up and start dedicating you know what I'm saying, more of the more time to myself, as it were. You know what I mean? I gotta start gaming casually again, because all I do is stream is play FIFA. You know what I'm saying? FIFA and maybe Apex a little bit, and both of those games are rage inducing. So something nice, something a little bit nicer for my plate would be nice. You know what I mean? I gotta get into that type of stuff, man. So that's cool. What else? What else would we might have missed? I don't think I got anything else. Oh yeah, just to be frank, again, I will double down for what I said earlier. New Vegas is the best thing that Fallout has ever touched. You can quote me on that. Again, I'm gonna say it one more time in case for, you know what I'm saying, for the people in the back that didn't understand that. New Vegas is the best Fallout game. New Vegas is the best. Debate with your mothers. You know what I'm saying? No, Jay, we did not miss the Mario trailer because it's not coming, bro. We don't want that Mario trailer. You know what? Oh my god. Hey, listen, that's been episode 11 of No Cooldown, man. When any closing thoughts before we get out of here? Because this man talking about Mario.
Yeah, play games that you want to play. Don't make all your games your stream games, because Kirby was my stream game. That shit is no longer my stream game. I'm playing that shit on my own. Y'all want to see the ending? YouTube it, because I'm not making a video out of it either. I'm playing this shit for myself.
Listen, man, it is what it is, man. And my closing notes for February is hey, at this point, you got to go back and check the Twitter if you can't. You know what I'm saying? If it's way down the line, go back to the YouTube and check out this Black History Month that we just did. It was a dope video. Really, really appreciate y'all, come through looking on that. Damn, man, so much stuff going on. As February closes, remember, support Black folks 365. Fucking February. Do it every month. Do it every day.
Thanks.
Do it every year. Stop playing with us, man. Listen, we out here. We doing our thing. No Cooldown. We'll be back next week. Got a couple more topics to go through, man. Got a lot of stuff to talk about throughout this year, man. It's shaping up to be well, man. We started off pretty strong. I can't lie. I can't lie.
For sure.
All right, y'all. That's all we got on this week's episode. No Cooldown is